Welcome back, my friends, to the voice controller or controller voice controversy. So, previously I told you to beware of the paywall, told you I fell victim to it, and now, as you can see on the screen here, I have a cloned voice. Okay? And the next thing I'm going to do is put this to the test. I have a track that I created some days ago. I wrote this song in my range, which is more bearing on the baritone side. And I'm going to test this out and see how identical it can get. So I have my MP3 file, and I'm going to move it and drop it right in there. And give it some time to be identified. So it only takes wave 44.1 and also MP3. Okay. So it seems like what I have here needs a little bit of doctoring because it's not an MP3. This is a FLAC file. So I'm going to open it up in Nero Wave Editor. And then I'm going to doctor it up, which means saving the MP3 as, or saving the FLAC file as an MP3. So let me do that behind the scenes as we wait. And I'll just play a little bit of it for you so you can hear what's going in there. So let me play a little bit just right quick. Here it is.
When I think about the world and all its beauty, I'm inspired. Yes, I am.
So you've got an idea of the original now. What I'm going to do is save this as an MP3. When I think. Gonna save that to the desktop. Give it some time to save, and then now it's an MP3. I'm gonna drag it from where I kept it right in here. Okay, so let's select it and it should appear. All right, when I think 3.33, 3 minutes 33 seconds. All right, so upload audio type, it's vocals only. Adjust the pitch shift by 12 to make the voice higher. I don't need to do any pitch shifting, it's exactly on my range. Estimated credits 213. Okay, so I think you hit swap voices and that takes your 213 credits. Let's hit swap voices. This conversion will cost 213 credits and you'll have 10,600 credits remaining. I don't need unlimited conversions. So at max I'll have 50 with 10,000. That's more than enough, and that's a month. So I'm going to hit convert vocal. And Okay, so it's cued, as you can see. Tricky Philly is cued. Processing. And I'm letting it just go real time so you get an idea of how long it could take you to process your own track. I had to upload roughly 10 minutes of vocals, singing, rapping, talking, depending on what you want to do, but roughly around 10 minutes. So 10 minutes or more. I think I did up to 13 minutes. So you want to be aware of that up front, and then you'll be able to clone your voice. The question is, does it sound like you? Because, you know, everybody's voice has a DNA. Even when you're speaking, you can tell, hey, that's such and such. You know, singing voice is not too different from speaking voice most times. Most times. So let's see what this is. Share. Okay, I don't want to share with all and sundry. Okay. It's acting a little bit odd. It doesn't let you escape. You can check out, but you can't ever leave, like the Hotel California. I'm gonna just refresh. Hopefully it'll stop that naughtiness. Okay. So let's see. My library, it should be in my library, I'm guessing. If all went according to plan. Okay. Here it is. So here is the original. There's a little song intro playing, so I'll get to the vocals in a bit. When I think about the world and all of its beauty, I'm inspired. Yes, I am. When I think about the world and discouraging things, it makes one feel sad. So that's the rendered voice. Deep joy, that's all around.
And see all the light that surrounds me. It lifts me high.
And see all the light that surrounds me. It lifts me high. Yes, it does. With every breath I take, I choose to see joy. That's all around. The strength in our heart. Let's spread love and hope.
Together we can rise up to find the strength in our heart. Let's spread love and hope.
Let's spread love and hope. All right. So based on my little experiment here, I would give this somewhere between a 60 and a 70. It wasn't bad. It got some of the timbre, some of the tone. I think it will probably get better in the days and months ahead. But I mean, it's not outrightly bad, and it might depend on the input. maybe clearer enunciation in the input in MP3 or WAV might get you much better results. So, all right, so this might be a good experiment for it. And I'll just caution, if you have any stems from Suno, places like that, you may want to first silence any there might be some unnecessary stuff on there, like some little murmurs of
Lights dip low.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and save this one as an MP3 or a wave. Wave is always a better quality. So this song has already been released. It's Christmas. But let's see how well the cloned voice holds up. And all of this is really just for experiment purposes. Select a voice, Tricky Philly. It's vocals only. We don't need any pitch shift. It's pretty much on the higher side of my range. It's going to be 158 credits. Let's hit swap voices. Let's convert. And we'll give it some time. And what I'm going to do is go to my DAW. I think I did it on this machine. So I'm going to go to my DAW, and I'm sorry if I've been blocking your view of what's going on. I didn't even notice. Sorry about that. Let me take myself out of the shot. Put a little version of myself down there so I don't disturb your view. You can see that it's rendering over here. So I might have blocked that the first time. Apologies. Okay. So I think all of us have a good idea of what voice is. You would know when you heard it. Every voice has its characteristic DNA. Could be the timbre or the texture, the frequency that you normally speak at. Anyway, so we got the original, and then we've got the output. So let's hear the original one more time.
Only said in a language only we hear how it's Christmas. When you're let's is my
Okay, let's listen. Doesn't start until about
think about
here.
when I think about forward.
Let's see. Has it done it? Oh, maybe this is it. Is this it?
Lights dip low in silver streams. Your hand finds mine without a word. Baseline hungs to velvet dreams, while snowflakes melt where we've been heard. No fanfare, just a steady beat, pulsing under mistletoe heat.
I think this is the okay. So that is, it's clearly the original.
Laughter swerved like cinnamon smoke. Lights dip low. Here's the crowd rolls fast. Both stay locked in halftime grades. Now every gift is meant to last. Some live right here in this embrace. No parade, no brass parade. Just your breath against my ear. Laughter swerved like cinnamon smoke.
Okay. So it's a little bit of a higher range than I normally would have. And that might be why it sounded a bit different.
Yes, I am. When I think about the world, see all the light that surrounds me. It lifts me high. Just it does.
So yeah, it seems like when you are singing a song that's more in your normal range, you're able to better identify it. When you're singing a lot higher or in falsetto, the clone might sound a little bit different than you expect. So it's not utterly bad, but I would probably have to do some sing along with it, especially in places where the diction and the just the pronunciation goes a little bit off and kind of swims. So it's not entirely bad. It's not entirely bad. But it's getting there. Like I said, I'll give it somewhere between a 60 and a 70. So not bad. Again, you might, if you've used tools like Audemy, it's very similar to Audemy. I think this preserves more of my original timbre and tone than Audemy. But I'll have to do more experiments to reach a solid, more final conclusion as to, I think you have to be at least a mix engineer or a mastering engineer, or at least someone who's capable. You might feel, okay, I'm none of those. I'm a musician who is capable with audio. You would still have to be capable with audio to get good results from this and to know what to do with it, like to blend it back in your DAW and do all that magic. So if you've used it, let me know what you think. I'm not writing it off. I'd definitely give it above a 50%. Like I said, it's a 60 to maybe a 70 at most for me right now. Let me know what you think. Take care.